Hello, in this video I want to discuss something that I captured last night on video. Now, right off the bat, I want to say I'm not an orb fanatic or believer. By seeing on a photograph or a video, the one and only orb that I'll ever claim to see this far is when we were at East Drive a couple of years ago and we were in Philip's bedroom, and there was a tiny, tiny pinhead of red light a foot or so off the floor, the carpet in that bedroom. It was going through everybody's legs, under the bed, out under the bed again, and coming out. Only that I thought it was a wee tiny pinhead, the red dot. It wasn't somebody with a laser pen or anything, because the door was shut and we were all standing there in the dark, and nobody had anything like that on them. Couldn't explain it otherwise, so I would say that was an orb. Took a photo of one a couple of years ago up a clock tower, an abandoned clock tower. Took a photo of the fireplace. It was a red, transparent, a green, transparent circle in the frame. And I don't think it was lens flare or anything that day, so that could possibly have been an orb. Now, we were out last night at a public event in the Pearce Institute in Glasgow, and I was recording some night vision video, as you'll see in a sec. I'm going to show you in a sec. And I seen it in the viewfinder right away, and I stopped recording. I tried to look back. My camera's not got a great fast forward and replay thing on the screen. And I'm not convinced. I was more convinced last night when I seen it for the very first time. Now let's go over to the video and I'll show you. So you see here, I've got the certain section saved and I've slowed it down and I've slowed it down again, and we'll show you what it is. So right off the bat is where I pan the camera around to the host, and you'll see coming in at the top here a light. There it is coming in. I'll play it all in real time first, and then we'll go back and discuss it. Right, let's it slowed down. Very jerky movements there and all over the place, and it's slowed down there for the third time, even slower. See it coming in, taking a dip right past her cheek, out here, drops, and then it ends up appearing at the top of your head again. And as you've seen there, two of them. So it looks like a fibrous hair to me. That's what I'm kind of looking at, right? Now, when you take a video with night vision lights on, I had two lamps because the room's huge, right? It's about 60 feet long, this room. So I needed two big IR light guns flashing right out the side of my camera just to even light up anywhere up. It's so big. Now this looks like a hair, a fibre, right? So I'll drag it along a wee bit as it comes in. It twists, it starts dropping down, and it ends up like, we'll show you on our cheek here. So we'll slow it down. Here it comes in. I'm sitting on one of the, well, I think I was sitting on one of these seats at the time, because you can see her higher than the line of sight there. So it drops down, and there it becomes in front of her cheek. So it's between the lens and her. So it's between us. Now, it looks quite distant there, doesn't it? It comes over quite fast. It stops there and drops down and momentarily disappears. And then when we go a frame or two forward, boom, there it comes up here now. So from down here, it comes pretty much down the same trajectory here. Turns, disappears, and woof, right at the top of your head. And it looks as if it's coming closer to the camera now. And it's like a peanut in it. It's like a monkey nut type shape there. And then it disappears out the frame. It's me. I come back in to try and find it again, and then you see one here and one there at the same time disappear. So we'll come into the slower section. It looks like hair there, doesn't it? So it looks quite close to the camera actually. From that, dips down front of your face, out the back of your neck, comes, and it's looking as if it's turned. Looks further away there. It's turned, comes closer to me as if it's coming in this way. Disappears, boof at the side of your head. I go to try and follow it, and then two come in the picture now. This extra one. Now, I am going to suggest that that one here is a lens flare of this one. Now, I don't know, for those of you who's used a night vision camera with infrared light on it, the infrared bounces back off anything solid and reflects in the lens. Now, this looks like a lens flare of this one, because you'll see it disappears and it's the same speed as that, and then they disappear. So I'll play it in real time again, the first one. Here it comes in, and then you see the two of them coming away. Slowed it down. Now, throughout the whole night, I must say, I didn't witness any other dust particles flying about in any other room that I was videoing in. Not one, because I did purposely scan with the camera all over, up, down, all around. Didn't catch another single piece of dust or anything that caught in the camera. Only this one instance. And this was the big room with the piano in it, where allegedly figure of a man has been sighted in the corners or corner of the room. So I'd like to get your opinion on this, what you think it is. It's very erratic, changes direction. There was people in the room who had laser pens, the thermometer things, but they weren't anything on at that time. So I'd like to get your opinion on what you think it is. It just seems to dart from there, changes direction suddenly, and woof. And then I try and follow it to find it, pan up, and two of them appear, and they go in the exact same trajectory there. So, which this one disappears on the left, but the one on the right is still there. So I still don't think I've caught an orb. My personal opinion, I think it's a fibre or a hair. There was no wind in that room at all. There was no wind at all outside last night. It was flat dead calm. and the room is so vast that you'd probably feel a draft. So there was nothing at all. Is it an orb? Is it a spirit? Or is it just dust? Where it normally is. It's normally 99% of the time is dust on people's lenses and they see speckles everywhere. That's just taking out a dirty pocket, especially when your phone lenses are flat. My lens, being an ex-photographer, I have my lens cleaned and dust free, the wee blower, before I start. And if your lens has got any dust on it at all, night vision shows it up, basically. So, and throughout the whole night, the lens was like that, absolutely clean. And then this just comes in and away, bang. And there we go. It's real close to the camera there. So at the start, it looks as if it's coming from behind her, over the front here, comes closer and closer to the camera each time. Look how close it is there compared to there. It looks like a feather there, doesn't it? But look how small it is there, and it ends up getting closer and closer to me before maybe even flying, shooting away. And this other one, you can still see the remnants of it there. Going to the piano, maybe? Don't know. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. My opinion is it's just a bit of fibre or hair. I don't think it's an orb, so to speak. But please comment, let me know what you think as well. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.